You are not gonna believe what's happening right now. Meme season is cooking, my friends, and most traders are asleep at the wheel. So today I'm gonna break down the most important meme coin charts on Solana, Ethereum, and my secret little darling sauce, hyperliquid. These are the giants that are gonna lead the bull market. But that's not all. I'm also dropping some ridiculous, tiny Japanese small caps with quirky, spicy 1000x potential. If you want those creamy, face-melting pumps that turn a bag into a fortune, stay until the end, my friends, because I'm gonna reveal the secret sauce that could change your portfolio forever. So hit that like button, leave a comment, let's get on to it. No time to waste today because BTC is almost hitting all-time highs. Here we are, my friends. We have a very special show. Let's start with WIF, as predicted, going into that trend line. Okay, upwards trend line. This is the bottom, I think. 800. Maybe you can get like 769 million market cap. That's it. Then it's gonna bounce. Encounter that resistance here that was bottom all throughout summer 2024. It's gonna be some resistance. Once it breaks, which is basically breaking above the 1.4 billion market cap, it's gonna go straight into 2.2 billion market cap. Some resistance there, and then some resistance at time highs, close to 3.7 billion. WIF, if you're a whale, my friend, if you're a big whale, big fat whale that can push this liquidity, okay, 13 mil in the LP look for a meme coin. This is about as good as you're ever gonna see and get. This is your stuff. Then if you're another whale, as predicted, U-shaped type recovery on the SPX 6900 cup and handle. This is probably like the most bullish pattern you'll ever see on memes. You want that U-type shape recovery and you want that cup and handle then to be formed. All the top sellers are out and it's ready to basically go, I think. So we had scenario one. Remember when I did those two scenario videos? Scenario one, scenario two is like the bearish scenario with the war, blah blah blah, but I said 70% chances that scenario one was going to play out exactly as predicted. It came to the line where you had resistance support, ton of resistance and support, bam, and it touched that line perfectly. If you were watching the show and if you had 𝗵𝗔𝗥𝗧𝗏, for example, you just left a limit order there, wait to get hit and make a ton of money. Also, deep liquidity, 17 million in the LP. I think SPX is about to pump and stand out from the rest very soon. They got Murad. Listen to this. Meme coins need leadership. 𝗿𝗫𝗏𝗧𝗏 and 𝗵. 𝗿𝗫𝗏 had Elon Musk. 𝗵 is actually like very different from the norm, but SPX has Murad, and Murad is basically one of the main characters. He's like the 𝗿𝗶𝗾𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 Mashinsky of the cycle. So you're betting on him when you're betting on SPX. You're actually not really betting on the meme, you're betting on Murad. So it's looking good. There's leadership. It's good for a trade. Then we have 𝗵𝗏𝗏, okay, on the big ones. So I charted 𝗵𝗏𝗏. I do think there's a good chance that 𝗵𝗏𝗏 comes a little bit lower again, even below 3 billion market cap, but I think 3 billion market cap is a good buy. Just slightly below like 2.8, 2.7. I would leave some limit orders there just in case it goes a little bit lower. Pretty much a head and shoulders pattern. I think it's going to push just slightly lower, maybe even touch that trend line here at 2.5 billion market cap. Look, we have one touch here in the 31st of March, and then we have two touches here, February and April, and we're gonna go for that fourth touch. I think it's very likely. I would say 60% odds it's gonna touch the line, and I would say 80% odds it's gonna go to at least 3 billion market cap, because 𝗵𝗏𝗏 does need Ethereum to do something. It's completely dependent on ETH, but it's a great meme. So if you want to trade size, if you want to trade something with 40 mil liquidity, there you go. Like ETH memes have all the liquidity. Then we have 𝗿𝗏𝗾𝗶𝗏. Like there's really not much to add when it comes to 𝗿𝗏𝗾𝗶𝗏 other than higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows again. If you get lucky, you can get like a perfect entry at 30 mil right here on this support line, because this is where we had some resistance before this entire move. We had some resistance here, we had twice support here, so very important line. But the best buy has already happened. It was at 23 million market cap as predicted. I told you guys to skip this wick at 50 mil, bam, and went there to perfection. And now it's just printing lower highs, you know, but higher lows. So price is like compressing into a tighter angle, and then it's just gonna coil up and pump, I think, to 60 mil, 50 mil. Here's what I think. Because it's compressing very close to all-time highs, the price is probably gonna double, not find many resistance, do a new all-time high. A lot of people are gonna FOMO buy this candle and then cup and handle farm. On to the next. This is one of my favorites. This one is on hyperliquid, okay? This is the main hyperliquid meme. It's called PERP. I'm still holding. I was buying the bottom to perfection. I have no interest in selling here these wicks. I think hyperliquid is going to be one of the best performing majors. They do very well. They take a lot of profits. I think only Axiom on the daily flips them from time to time. And so yeah, it's brand new, it has motion, it has a lot of leadership on CT, a lot of big accounts. They probably got rounds in it, so they want to pump their bags. So I don't care about hyperliquid though, but I care about hyperliquid's main meme coin, because when hyperliquid goes, the meme coin is just going to be leverage on it. I don't know how much hyperliquid pumped. Maybe it like did a 3 to 4x. This thing did like a 5x from the bottom. I think hyperliquid did like a 3 point something x. So it even outperformed hyperliquid on the small hype pump. So imagine what happens when hype is doing the parabola. This thing is just gonna go crazy. I think 500 mil market cap is very likely. This is also very liquid. The liquidity isn't showing because this is the oldest chart, but it's very liquid, and I think you can trade this on perps on hyperliquid. But the most important thing is my perfect entry that I drew, which I thought it was not gonna get hit, and I drew you when it was here. I said, look, the perfect entry would be here for you guys, but it's probably not going to go there. Look, it is there. This is the entry. This is your Hyperliquid. If you have Hyperliquid and you're looking for exposure in the Hyperliquid ecosystem, everything else, tiny crap. Buy the main meme coin, okay? Keep it stupid simple. You buy main coin, L1, good coin. You buy main meme, good coin, leverage on main coin, okay? It's that simple. Then we have this crap that pumped out of nowhere. Do not touch this. It's called 𝗍𝗥𝗧𝗏. A lot of people in the comments pissing me off with this crap. First of all, I'm very suspicious of anything in Meteora, especially when charts look like this. It's a rug pull. Don't buy it. You're gonna lose all your money. Stay away from it. Then we have 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Goddamn 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I think I mistraded this because I was buying here. When it lost support, I sold. I should have waited a bit longer. Amazing pump. It went to 20 million market cap. I want an entry at 5.95. Okay, this coin has motion, so I'm paying very close attention to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I think it's also on the bonk meta. It's a bonk meta coin. Pay attention to it. A lot of these bonk meta coins are pumping out of nowhere. Then we have 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is my favorite bonk meta coin. I think useless is now correcting. Yeah, it's correcting now. Finally. I mean, barely correcting. I think this is probably gonna dump. Maybe come down to like 130, 120. I don't care. I'm not looking to trade this anymore. But 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is where the secret sauce is at. We were buying here at 20 mil. We were buying here close to 10 million market cap. It's now basically 5x up. I think it's gonna print a cup and handle. Maybe this is all the cup and handle we get. This is just tiny red candle here, and then it's gonna go to like 100 mil. Very simple, still bullish, not much to add. So I'm just gonna chill during the weekend. Let's see what happens. The 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, as these useless whales, they're useless, but they're gonna become very useful once they pump our 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 bags. Then we have invest. God damn, it didn't go as low as I wanted. I told you this was a great meme. Just by looking at it, I know it's a great goddamn meme. Dog invest, double entendre. Okay, very good, guys. Round of applause. It went to 8 million without me. Very sad place. This is where I want to accumulate, right in this rectangle here, between 3.5 and 2.6. So I said it was probably gonna pump. It did pump, but I was expecting it to dump more here. I was expecting it to do something like this and come into my entry. It actually did touch the line, the 2.19 line. It actually did touch. My limit orders were not set that high. They were more like here. So sadly, I didn't get on this beautiful train, and I am kind of pissed. But the good thing is, things that pump always correct, and I think it's gonna correct again and probably come into this rectangle here. Okay, right between 4 and 2. I know it's a big wide accumulation range, but the bullish fair value gap is right here where we had all this liquidity. I think the price is gonna go there again, likely, and that's where I'm looking to enter. Maybe even start to size in at 4 million market cap. Look, wave 1, wave 2. Usually coins do 3 waves, so we can still see like a third wave push to like 14 mil, 15 mil. So yeah, let's hope this corrects a little bit deep, because look, if it doesn't fit into my TA, then I'm just not gonna buy. I need like a deep correction, and a deep correction here would be something like, yeah, around 60 to 70%. Yeah, I need like that 70 to 65% dip. Anyways, guys, this was the show. Look at BC 109 looking beautiful. If you're waiting for your altcoins to pump, the vast majority of them are not going to pump. Okay, institutional money is not going to flow into your dumb little altcoin, but it will flow into meme coin. It will flow on chain. So I hope you understand this. I gave you tons of like trades. Look at WIF. This is not a dangerous trade. This is a very liquid coin. Look at SPX, very liquid. Look at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, also very liquid. Look at the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, good liquidity. Look at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, good liquidity. I'm giving you like highly liquid, good trades. These are better than all your altcoins over there. Okay, with few exceptions. I still think if 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 decides to lift his fat bunda and start live streaming, this coin over here called La Corriente del Pulso, Pulse Chain from Ricardo Corazon, Richard Hart. This is the secret sauce of altcoins. But Richard, if you're listening, please stop typing on Twitter. No one wants to see you type. We want to see your face, okay, and your fat bunda on YouTube. And your coins are just not gonna pump if you don't go to YouTube and start live streaming or come to my show and let me interview you, bro. Anyways, I'm still gonna buy more Pulse Chain at these lows because I still think it's gonna pump. But this was the show today. Look, I gave you guys some of the most liquid, best meme coins out there. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I think the market is about to pump. As you can see, I'm very excited because we're just gonna print millions of dollars in the next few months. So why aren't you excited? Because you're holding crap, okay? So switch, buy some of these things. See you guys Monday. Bye bye.